Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the man, the myth, the legend, QuadMft here. Well, actually, QuadMft is there, which is why myself, the QuadFather, am filling in for him while he's out of town today. And once in a while, he lets me sub in, and I like to do the best I can. So I'm going to bring you a few topics. One is the worst way to die in Call of Duty. Another one is death by hamburger. And another one is the best way to die in real life. And superstitions, and also, why do I care about that? So, all right, so back to the Call of Duty one. You know, I heard guys on YouTube the other day complaining about the different ways that they die. You know, kind of cheap ways, you know, like the Predator or, you know, by noob tube or, you know, I used to panic knife a lot more before I switched to the tactical. But now I don't panic knife so much. But when I get panic knifed, it really upsets me. And I remember, what was it, Tactical Pro or something like that in Modern Warfare 2, you could just teleport practically to kill someone. That was always frustrating. Yeah, I still get frustrated by claymores, and I'm glad we don't have it anymore, but Last Chance or Final Stand, oh, that's the worst. I mean, because you knock them down and they don't die and then they kill you. Usually you're on a streak. I'm not usually on a streak, but usually people are on a streak when that happens. You know, but sometimes I have to admit I do participate in killing people in a cheap way. Like if I spawn on A in Domination, I'll just throw my C4 down. Then when I'm going to B or trying to cap C or whatever, if I hear we're losing A, then I just ignite my C4, and I always smile thinking, oh man, I wonder, that guy's probably so mad. So, you know, go ahead, throw me some hate, but actually below, comment on your most hated way to die in all of the Call of Duty games. Don't forget to like this video so Quad will let me fill in for him once in a while when he's gone. You know, I've always had a dark sense of humor, which you may be able to tell from our Sunday episodes of the Father Sunday dual comms. And, you know, I don't really wish ill on people. I mean, not really even my enemies. Well, you know, maybe I do, just for a second, you know, if someone cuts me off in traffic or something. But, you know, if something I wished on somebody would really happen, man, I would feel terrible. You know, but sometimes someone dies in a really unique way that makes me laugh involuntarily. I can't control it. Now, you know, I usually feel badly when I laugh, but sometimes I can't help myself. You know, the other day I was reading the newspaper and I laughed, and I shouldn't have laughed, but someone died because they crashed their car into a cow. I mean, of all the ways to die, like, what is it, death by hamburger? You know, a lot of time of my life is spent trying to avoid death, or at least prolong my life. You know, too bad we don't get extra perks in life for living longer, right? I mean, us older guys, we would be beasts. I mean, like at 35 years old, you get like a specialist bonus in life. That would be awesome. Us old guys could run faster without getting tired, or, you know, we would have quicker reactions. You know, specialist bonus achieved. You know, maybe our vision would get better, but no, unfortunately in real life, all we can do is, as we get older, is try to avoid death, or at least be healthier as my body gets older. You know, even if my body doesn't get better, hopefully I'm staying healthy. I'm not losing skills. I mean, I hope that I'm getting smarter and wiser, but I definitely know my body is not getting better as I get older. You know, I think for most sports and physical activities, you know, people peak in their late teens or early 20s, at least by 30. You know, so I try to hold on to some of the skills I once had. You know, I exercise, I eat right, I don't text and drive, and, you know, we don't drink poison, we don't let ourselves drown when we go swimming. You know, we're fighting our whole lives, you know, not to die. You know, and then one day you're driving down a country road, going to the store for some milk, and bam, out of nowhere, a car crashes through your window, and it's lights out. I mean, the lady probably didn't even know what hit her. You know, I bet she never thought that, you know, that things would end that way. I mean, it's just so absurd. But let's say, you know, someone's on the scene, and they drive up and see the paramedics load up the driver, and you know, you hope the best for them. You maybe even say a little prayer for them and their family, and, you know, you're the last one on the scene, and the car gets hauled away, and your car's parked on the side of the road, and you look over and you see the cow, and you think, like Homer Simpson, you think, hamburgers, steaks, ribs, tri-tip, barbecue. No, I wouldn't be able to do it, and you know, I'm a city boy. I don't I don't know how to take a cow from that state. You know, if there was milk, I might be able to get milk out of it, but I don't think I'd do it. So anyway, so someone asked me the other day, well, how would you want to die? I'm like, what What kind of question is that? How do I want to die? I don't want to die. I mean, is this a multiple choice question? I mean, are you getting ready to kill me? Like, do you have a gun, or do I have to choose between you shooting me, or are you gonna wait for me to cross the street one day when I walk to my mailbox and you come flying around your corner and in your 1973 grayish blue Buick Cutlass Supreme? I mean, are those my choices? What do you mean? How do I want to die? I mean, do I only have two choices, or do I have to choose between like fire and drowning or suffocating in my pillow? I mean, can I choose D, none of the above? What kind of question is how would you want to die? I mean, is it a fill in the blank question? Like if you could really choose any way to die just by filling in the blank, like on a test, I mean, that would be an odd blank to fill in. I mean, what if you really could? You could write anything you wanted down on that blank. You know, how do you want to die? Blank. You know, I want to die from what? What would you say? You know, I think I want to die of old age, a heart failure in my sleep, or I want to die while skydiving out of my own private jet, or you know, maybe while I'm diving into a giant fluffy pile of my own $100 bills, or diving into beautiful women. I mean, would it really matter? I mean, I don't think it really mattered because you'd be dead. So the end result is still the same. How to go? I'm not sure I want to make that choice. You know, the next time someone asks me, you know, the best way to die, how do you want to die? I don't think I want to answer that question. You know, not that I'm superstitious. You know, I really do believe it's bad luck to be superstitious. I mean, that's where my sign-off comes from. See if I don't die. I mean, some people get nervous when I talk like that. I don't understand it. I mean, no one wants to admit that they're superstitious. I mean, when I was a kid, I was. You know, I would say, you know, step on a crack, break your mom's back, or step on a line, or break your daddy's spine. You know, but the other day I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I said, "Hey, well, I see you're going on a trip. I hope your plane doesn't crash." And he got all freaked out. I'm like, I can't make that happen just by saying it. I was just joking around, buddy. You know, another time I was talking to this gal, and she said my mom went to the hospital. I said, gee, I hope it's not life-threatening. She's like, oh, don't say that. I mean, what? Could you imagine if I could make things happen just by talking about it? I mean, I definitely wish I had that superpower. Like, I would just say, well, I hope I win the lottery, and bing, it happens. I mean, you put it in the positive, and it's just so absurd. You know, I would have a lot of friends, you know, and if I could do that. And my enemies, well, let's just say I wouldn't have all that many enemies. You know, she was saying like, oh, take it back. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it back. I had to, or she wouldn't even calm down. But I was like, I don't really know how to take it back. I said, I hope it isn't life-threatening. I hope it is life-threatening. You know, I didn't know how to take it back. I'm like, okay, well, just erase it. I don't know how you do that, but just go ahead, erase it. You know, people really do say some of the silliest things. And I got to share with you the last one here is one of my pet peeves. The other day I was talking about my kid's birthday, and I told him what day it was, and this guy goes, well, wait, that's my cousin's birthday. And I'm like, okay, well, why do I care about that? What am I supposed to say? Oh my goodness, that's incredible. I didn't, if you think about it, does that mean they were conceived on the same day? You know, but what I wanted to say was, man, all the days to be born. For the longest time, I thought my kid was the only one who had that birthday. I'm so glad I found another person who actually has the same birthday as my kid. You know, his whole life, he thought he was the only one. I mean, when people are born on December 25th, they always know, well, they share a birthday with Jesus. Or, you know, at least when twins are born, they know they have somebody else to share their birthday with. But the same day as my kid, that's amazing. I got to meet your cousin. So anyway, drop a like if you want me to keep doing these. I'd love to do more. And I will see if I don't die by a cow or a swarm or however I might die. So take it easy.